day. This is Thomas Mayhew with Century 21 Tri-Cities and TopTriCityHomes.com. Just wanted to give you a little market update. As of June 1st, we had 1,313 properties active for sale on the market, and a total of 289 properties sold in May. While the average sold price was $203,000, the median sold price was $189,000. The total number that went under contract during May was 419. While that's not a record, it's a good number. And so you might say, well, that's great, Tom, but what does that mean to me? Is it a good time for me to sell my house, or perhaps purchase a house, move up, move down, upsize, downsize, right size, whatever? The answer is yes. However, the Federal Reserve just made a whopping announcement about the end of quantitative easing. So whereas I thought that the interest rates were going to be going up, say, 0.5% in the next 6 months, I'm more than sure that's going to be the case. So for affordability, what does that do to a homeowner? Well, it shaves tens of thousands of dollars off what they could have afforded to purchase. So for the people that were going to purchase your home in 6 months from now, when interest rates are higher, there are going to be less people that can afford to buy your home. Consequently, the same thing will be true on the other side. You'll be able to afford less house, at least unless you're paying cash. So it's definitely a time to, if you're thinking about selling sometime relatively soon, like in the next few years, I would do it immediately. And again, it's going to be a wild card to see what happens with the Federal Reserve's announcement. And so that's my take on that. Now, as far as what do you need from your realtor to be able to get top dollar for your house? Well, there's several things that you can look for in a great realtor. One would be somebody that doesn't do everything themselves. Why? Well, when you have surgery, is there a surgeon that does absolutely everything? No, he's got assistants. He's got experts for blood, experts for this, experts for that. And that's what you need when you're selling a house as well. You need experts that, for example, photography. I can take a great picture, but I can't do as good as my professional photographer. Staging. Well, I can give some good advice, but I can't touch what my professional certified stager can do for you. So those are just a couple of examples. You also want to have somebody that's got a transaction coordinator. Why is that important? Well, realtors get very busy. In fact, I have a little thing that I put together called 189 Things a Realtor Does for You. And I'd venture to guess that, if you were to write down, well, what does a realtor do for you, you'd probably come up with a pretty short list, unless you thought about it a real long time, maybe you did some Googling and searching and stuff. So 189 things a realtor does for you, and many of those things are iterative. So realtors do get very, very busy. So they can't do everything themselves. It doesn't even make sense. We get your market, for example, we get your house just ready for market. We put it on the MLS. Well, there's a whole lot of other things we want to do too. There are 300 websites, for example, that my team gets my houses on. So the Zillows, Trulias, Homes.com, all of those, Yahoo Real Estate, Google, so on and so forth. So you want somebody that's got a great team that's going to put all these things into play and be like a great conductor, right? Making it all happen, pulling it all together, keeping you informed, communicating with you every week for sure at a minimum. What's happening, how many showings, what feedback, and so on and so forth. How are numbers looking? Should we be thinking that we're expecting offer, or should we lower our price? Also, speaking of price, you want to have a realtor that can definitely give you a good estimate of value, so that right out of the starting gate, you've got people that are hopefully excited enough about your price and the beautiful pictures and the staging in your home that they rush to make an appointment with their realtor to see your home. And then when they get there, it would be great if they bumped into each other, to be honest, because that's when you're going to get a great offer, and you might even go, could go above your asking. It could happen. I've seen it happen many times that way. So if you do it the other way, where you try to price high and then, they're going to negotiate me down, you're going to be sitting on the market a long time. So pricing is critical. Now, if you're going to buy a home, what are you looking for a great realtor there? Well, I think the best realtors these days will sit down with their buyers or potential buyers up front and have a discussion with them about what it is they're looking for. In fact, I have a form that I use to get a buyer profile, basically, so I can look at that and maybe think of a few more questions, do a little digging, so to speak, and maybe uncover that one thing that's super critical to you that's going to guarantee that, over the long haul, 5 years, 10 years down the road, however long you stay in that next house, that you're going to be happy that whole time. And I'll be staying in touch with you, and you'll be remembering to say, hey, you should call Tom. He's going to help you. He really gets you what you need and what's the best thing for your situation, your family, and everything. So um, you also want to look for somebody that can give you a guaranteed service, guaranteed feedback, guaranteed exposure. So, if you want to talk any further about that with me, I'm at 509-302-7145, and I'd be glad to talk with you. And if you know somebody outside the area that's looking for a great realtor, I can put them in touch with somebody as well. In fact, I just did a referral to somebody in Thailand that was looking for a great realtor. And, it's not always easy to find somebody, and you got to know the questions to ask. So 509-302-7145, Tom Mayhew signing off. Take good care. Have a great day.